Yes, guys. Yes, guys. I'm gonna. This is the player ratings for the entire season, and I'm gonna rate them based on their based on not just based on their performances, but the amount of games they played as well. So, for example, if Keller if I'm gonna pick Kelleher soon. For example, Kelleher, I will not give him, even though he's been good, but I will not give him a high score because he didn't play enough games. The ones who played enough games and they've been consistently good for months, that is when I'm gonna give them a really high score. But when they just play about 5, 6 games in a season, but even though they perform well, I'm not gonna give them the high score. That is how I'm gonna rate the players. I'm not gonna rate the players based on. Yes, I'm gonna rate them by their performances, but it's how much games you play, and yeah, that's how I'm gonna do the player ratings. So the ones who haven't played enough games but it's been good are gonna get a decent score, but the player's not gonna get a very high score because the amount of games the player played. So yeah, that's how I'm gonna do the player ratings for the entire season. So yeah, now let's start the player ratings. Let's start with the goalkeepers. Let's start with the goalkeepers. Right. Goalkeepers goes first. Let me just go on the Liverpool, I mean the Premier League website. Here it is. So start with the goalkeepers. Let's start with Alisson. That goal against West Brom, absolutely flipping. What an important goal! What a goal! What a header! What a finish from the goalkeeper! I still can't get over him scoring that header from the corner. Give Trent Alexander-Arnold credit for the assist. What a delivery, by the way. But Alisson there to head that in to make it 2-1 to Liverpool, and we won the game. And because of him, we finished third. If he didn't score that, we would probably we would be probably in the Europa League. But because of that Alisson header, fantastic. But there is some other performances that he's been poor for certain games. I thought against Leicester City away, I thought he was atrocious in that game. We were winning 1-0 up in that game away from home. We were 1-0 up, and Alisson made a mistake. I think he made two bad mistakes in that game, and I gave him a very low score. He did have some bad performances. What's the other game against Man City as well? El City at home when we lost 4-1 to Man City. I thought he was poor in that game as well. But overall, Alisson's been really good this season. He had some bad moments, but yeah. And because of that, I'm going to give him a 7. I'm going to give him a 7. Not being our best player for me, because he did make mistakes, but he's been really good this season. So I'm going to give him a 7. Do you guys agree with me? 7 out of 10 for me for Alisson. I'm going to give him a 7. Next one. Next is Adrian. Sorry. Even though he didn't play a lot of games, he's been dreadful. He's been poor. And I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. You're getting a low score. You're getting a 1. No, because that would be harsh, actually. He didn't play a lot of games. Because of that, he's getting a 3 or a 4 or 3. You know what? I'm going to give him a 3. Not good enough for me. Not good enough. Sell him this summer or get rid of him this summer. He's not good enough for me. Adrian, 3 out of 10. Kelleher in the Champions League games, absolutely brilliant. But he didn't play enough games. So I'm going to give him a straight 5 out of 10. I'm not going to give him a 6, 5 for me. He played well, but he didn't play enough games. That's why I'm giving him a very low score, because he didn't play a lot of games this season. So he is getting a 5 for me. He's getting a 5. Um, I think that's it. That's all the goalkeepers. Yeah, I can't rate the other goal because they never played, so you can forget about that. I am not rating the other goalkeepers. No point. Right, let's go straight to the defenders. Defenders now. Van Dijk. Van Dijk, he started really well. I remember against Leicester City at home when I think we beat them. Is it 3-0? We beat them 3-0, and I thought he was brilliant in that game. But he did have some bad games. I thought Van Dijk was the only player actually in that. You see, when we lost 7-2 to Aston Villa, right? We lost 7-2 in that game. I thought he was one of the few defenders that didn't really put anything wrong. And then obviously the Everton game away from when he got injured by that flipping idiot Pickford, injured him, and since then he's been out. He's been out for the season because of that flipping idiot. Because of him, right? Injured Van Dijk, and because of that, he played enough. He played enough games, but he's been good as well. So I'm going to give him a 7, 7 out of 10 for Van Dijk. Not being our best player, because if he played enough, if he played a lot more games, he would have probably been one of the best players. But he got injured, and I can't give him higher than a 7. Unfortunately, I can't give him higher than a 7 because he didn't play. He didn't play He didn't play a lot of games this season because of that flipping idiot Pickford. So yeah, 7 out of 10 for Van Dijk. Next one. Next defender, Gomez. Gomez. Again, he got injured as well. It's so annoying, man. 6 out of 10 for Gomez. I'm gonna give him a 6 out of 10. 6. 6 out of 10. Didn't put any foot wrong, but again, injured, man. Again, so I'm gonna give him a 6 out of 10 for Gomez. Andy Roberson. For me, he's been one of our best players this season. Robertson's been he's been brilliant. But for the last month or two, he hasn't been himself. He didn't put some bad performances, right, in that period when he was average, but he wasn't bad. So because of that, I'm going to give him an 8. 8 out of 10. He was one of our best players until that form he had in about 2 months ago, when he's starting to decline a little bit. But I thought he's been one of our best players this season. Roberson. 8 out of 10 for Roberson. I'm going to give him an 8. Joel Matip. Again, he got injured, man. So annoying. 6 out of 10 for Matip as well. I'm going to give him a 6. 6 out of 10. 6. Trent Alexander-Arnold. For the first first like 4 months, he played really well, and then he had that long spell that he got injured, and then when he came back from injury and he wasn't good enough, man, around that January period, and then he's starting to improve again. So he's been up and down this season. Because of all that, I'm going to give him a 6. Because he had about 4 or 5 good performances. The last 5 games, he's been really good. So I'm gonna give him a 6. But he's been average this season. I have to be honest. He's been average on Trent Alexander-Arnold. I thought has to be his poorest season, in my opinion. Yeah, give him a 6. Nico Williams, 5. Straight 5. Not enough games, 5. Simicast, 5 as well. 5 as well. Straight 5. Can't really rate him any higher than that. Now the Phillips, not Phillips. He stopped. I thought he played really. I thought he started really well, and then he improved. Then since Jota came back from injury, he's just been brilliant, man. Old-fashioned centre back, Phillips. Phillips been really good this year, and because of that, I'm going to give him possibly an 8. You know, I should give him an 8. I should give him an 8 out of 10. I should give him an 8 out of 10, man. Because he's been that good this season. He had some bad performances, but no, I'm gonna give him an 8. 8 out of 10 for Nat Phillips. He gets an 8 for me. 8 out of 10. Next one. Ben Davies, can't rate him at all. I'm not gonna rate him because no, I can't rate him. Hasn't even played a game. The guy's a hologram. That's what I'm saying. The guy's a hologram. Why did we sign him from Preston, North Preston? Why did we sign him? If Klopp didn't wanted him, right? Then why did we sign him? It makes no sense. We signed him at the end of the January transfer window. I just don't get it. Why did we sign him? Makes no sense. So no, I'm not gonna rate him because he didn't play no games at all. It's nothing. So I'm not gonna give him anything. Kabak. He's for the first like 4 or 5 games, especially against Real Madrid. I thought in the away game, I thought he was atrocious in that game. Kabak. I thought he was poor. But overall, he done all right. I'm not gonna give him I'm gonna give him a 6. 6 out of 10 for Kabak. He's been average. Nothing special. I'm gonna give him a 6. And yeah, I think that's all the defenders. Now let's head into the now let's go to the midfielders. Fabinho, for me, best player of the season. Best player of the season. Right? The only game I remember that he was poor was against Manchester United in the FA Cup when we lost 3-2 to Man United. I thought he was poor in that game, but he was playing as a centre-back. But apart from that game, I thought he played well as a centre-back. He absolutely protected us so many times in that position. Like he was for mama. And then when Klopp put him back in midfield, the same player. Fabinho's been excellent this season, and you know what? I'm really tempted to give him a 10. You know, he's been our best player for me. He's been the player of the season in terms of all the Liverpool players. He's been our best player. I'm going to you know what? No, I'm going to give him a 10. Absolutely brilliant. Fabinho was absolutely flipping brilliant. 10 out of 10 for me. I know that might be too high, but for me, he's been our best player. I don't want to. You know what? I'm not going to mention about Mohamed Salah because you know they gave him the best player. I don't agree with that, but yeah, for me, Fabinho, best player of the year. 10. He's getting a 10. Absolutely fantastic. Ginny Wanado. Before I rate him, good luck to Ginny Wanado. Right? Liverpool should have given him a bigger contract. But Liverpool decided not to give him a bigger contract, and he's going. So So I'm gutted that he's leaving, man, Wijnaldum. I am really, really gutted, man. I really am gutted. So yeah, but overall, he's been the most consistent player. He did have some bad performances, but he's been one of the consistent players. I'm going to give him a 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 for me. I'm going to give him an 8. 8 out of 10. Um, yeah. Good luck to Ronaldo, man. Absolute legend. We love him, man. He scored the 2 goals against Barcelona. He scored an important goal against Sheffield United when we yes, we lost the title in 2018-19, but that was important, man. But in the end, we lost the title. But big up Ronaldo, man. 8 out of 10 for him, man. For this season, I'm gonna give him an 8. James Milner. James Milner. James Milner, 6. He's been okay, but no, and plus he didn't play enough games, so 6 for me, 6 out of 10. I do like him, but obviously he's getting older. But he did put some good performances, James Milner. Because of that, I'm going to give him a 6. You're getting a 6 out of 10. Naby Keita, for me, poor, absolutely dreadful. Naby Keita has been terrible this season. I can't lie. He's been terrible. 4. You're getting a 4 out of 10. Absolutely dreadful. Not just the injuries, but he had put some bad performances. 4. Not good enough. And I think we should sell him now. I gave him enough chances, and he's just not the same player when he was at Leipzig. He's just not the same player. Not the same player. I saw him when he was at Leipzig. He was dribbling past players. Now he's not a ball carrier. That's what I'm saying. And no, he's been poor this season. I can't lie. 4. You're getting a 4 out of 10. Not good enough. Jordan Henderson. I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. I won't give him higher because, again, if he played a lot more games and he's putting good performances, then I would have given him higher. But no, I'm going to give him a 7. Not James Milner, Jordan Henderson, 7. 7 out of 10. For me, 7 out of 10. Oxlade-Chamberlain, 5. Too injury prone. He did play, but 5. Straight 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10 for the Oxlade-Chamberlain. Curtis Jones, I'm going to give him a 7. 7 out of 10 for Curtis Jones. I thought he had a good season, but I'm not going to give him any higher than that. Shaqiri, 5. 5 out of 10 for Shaqiri. I'm going to give him a 5. And Thiago, he started well. I remember him against Chelsea. He bossed the midfield. He came on in the second half and he bossed the midfield. And then he had some pretty bad performances. But overall, I'm going to give him possibly an 8. I could give him an 8 out of 10. He played enough games. And I'm going to should I give him an 8 out of 10? Should I give him an 8? 7 or 8 is one of the two. No, I'm going to give him a 7 because he did had, but I know the midfielders around him wasn't really good enough, but I'm going to give him this might be controversial, but I'm going to give him a 7. 7 out of 10 for Thiago. That might be controversial, the most controversial one, but I'm going to give him a 7. I think people will say an 8 or possibly a 9, but I don't think he's been that good this season. I'm going to give him a 7. 7 out of 10 for Thiago. But I think he will improve next season. I'm not going to lose faith with it. I'm not going to lose faith with it. I think that's it. That's all the midfielders. Now let's head into the forwards. Firmino, he had some good performances for the end of the season, but overall, he's been terrible. I have to be real. I have to be real. He's been terrible this season. I can't lie. Not just the goals, but his overall play. Not good enough, I'm afraid. 4. That might be sound harsh, but I'm going to give him a 4 for this season. Not enough goals. His general play has been crap. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to give him a 4. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, lads. I'm giving him a 4. He's been poor for a long time. He picked up in the last about 5 games, but apart from that, he didn't do anything. Nothing right. So I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna give him a 4. Mane, you're getting the same score as well. 4. I'm sorry, Mane's been shocking this season. I'm sorry, he's been shockingly bad. I can't lie. I love Mane, but this season you're getting a 4. I'm sorry, it's just not been good enough. Not being good enough. I'm sorry, man. Not good enough this season. Was it 9? Was it 9 goals this season? Not good enough, man. Not good enough. But I am not gonna start calling these saying that he needs. I mean, I can't believe the fans slated start saying that he's not good enough. You know, he needs to go. He's crap. Come on, man. This is his first bad season. But I have to be real though. He's been terrible. 4. I'm sorry. One of our worst players this season, man. Absolutely dreadful. 4. You're getting a 4 out of 10, Marnie. I'm sorry. But I'm not going to start saying that he needs to go. That's just too ridiculous. Mohamed Salah, for me, apart from the goals, he hasn't been that great this season, I have to be honest, in terms of his general play. I've noticed that he doesn't, like, same with Mane, but both of them don't really dribble past players anymore. Like, I don't see Salah dribble past players enough. Like, have you guys noticed he doesn't dribble past players. He always loses the ball, and that's how I'm judging it. I'm not judging him by the goal, not just the goals, but his overall play. And he hasn't been that good this season. He hasn't been that good, but because of the goals that he scored, he's gonna get an 8 out of 10. He's gonna get an 8. He's gonna get an 8. I'm not gonna give him a 10. He hasn't been our best player. Forget about the goals. Look at his general play. He's like he can't dribble past. That's the only problem I have. And his passing, sometimes he can be greedy as well. His passing is not very accurate, and he can be very greedy. So because of that, because he scored a lot of goals, though, I'm gonna give him an extra point, and that is I would have given him a 7, but because of the goals that he scored, I'm gonna give him an 8 out of 10. But he's not. He hasn't been our best player. I don't understand why people saying he's been our best player, because the goals statistically, yes, you can say that. But for me, you got to judge the player. You got to judge the players based on their general play, not just the goals, not just the assists. It's their general play. And Salah, apart from the goals, he hasn't been that great this season. I have to be honest. He hasn't been that great. Yeah, I would have given him a 7 out of 10, but because of all these goals he scored, goals is a part of football. That's the main thing. But I'm judging him by his general play, though, as well. I'm not just judging by assists or goals. It's his general play, and he hasn't been dribbling players for this. He's been like he's lost the ability to dribble past players. Yes, he still has the pace, but he can't dribble past players for some reason, and because of that, he gets an 8 because of the amount of goals he scored. If he didn't score that many goals, I would have gave him 7. He hasn't been crap this season. I have to be honest. He's been better than Firmino and Mane. He's been better than Firmino and Mane, but he hasn't been our best player. That's what I'm saying. So I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. Um, next player. Next player is Origi, 5. He did play, but 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10. You're getting a 5. Jota, and Jota is the last player. Jota started absolutely brilliant. He would have got a 10 for that form. Then he got injured. Then he went back from injury and he hasn't been the same. Then again, he scored the 2 goals against Arsenal. I remember he scored the 2 goals against Arsenal, and then he just haven't been the same. For me, he's been our second best player. I would give him a 9 because he started. Look, he dropped off after he scored the goals against Arsenal. But you know what, Jota in that big remember the game against Atalanta away. I thought he was sensational. He scored a hat-trick in that game. Absolutely brilliant. For me, he's been our second best player. I'm going to give him a 9. 9 out of 10. That might be too high, but I'm going to give him a 9. 9 out of 10 for Diogo Jota. Now I've done all the players. Now let's rate. Obviously, I'm going to rate the manager, the owners, and the entire season. Right. Let's rate the manager. He made a lot of bad decisions during. I remember when Jota got injured in that meaningless game against Midtjylland, right? Klopp. I don't know why. Why did Klopp play Jota in that meaningless game? It just makes no sense, man. It makes no sense. I don't understand that, man. I'm still baffled. And he made a lot of bad decisions for the beginning of the season as well. But in the end, we did manage to finish in the top 4. And another negative thing about Klopp is that we haven't won a trophy. So he's not gonna get. Unfortunately, he's not gonna get it. He's not gonna get higher than a 7 for me. He hasn't. He hasn't. Like he made a lot of bad decisions this season. You know, I can't. Like he made a lot of bad decisions this season. I remember against Brighton away from home when he took off Salah. He took Salah off. And he bring on Oxlade-Chamberlain? And I was like, what are you doing, Jurgen Klopp? What are you doing? Why are you taking off Salah? He was one of our best players. I remember. Go back to the video, yeah. Go back to the video when I done the reaction, the player ratings, I think, against Brighton at away from home. I was saying, what is Klopp? What is he doing? Why is he taking off Salah and brings on? I think it was Oxlade-Chamberlain. I think. He took off Salah, right? He took off Salah, and I don't get it. And he made a lot of the bad decisions. But because we're in the top 4, right, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. I'm not going to give him higher than that because of these a lot of bad decisions, man. But in the end, we made it. And also, we haven't won, and we didn't win a trophy. So he's going to get, so unfortunately, he's going to get another downgrade. So overall, I'm going to give him a 7. 7 out of 10 for Jurgen Klopp for me. Now, let's rate our owners now. Let's rate the owners. Sorry, mate. Sorry, guys. You're getting a flipping 2. You guys are getting a 2 out of 10. You're getting a 2 out of 10. We should have signed a defender, right? When we got rid of Lovren, when we sold Lovren to Zenit, right? We sold Lovren to Zenit, right? We should have brought a defender in straight away. Let the defender play a preseason. Then again, there's no preseason, but let that defender adapt to Klopp's system, right? Then they took long to sign 2 defenders because we got a lot of injuries at the back. They refused to back Klopp until the end of January. And yeah, they made a bad mistake. For me, you're getting a flipping 2. You guys are getting a 2. I'm sorry, it's not. They haven't backed Klopp enough. They haven't backed him. And that's why they're getting the lowest score. You're getting a 2. You guys are getting a 2 out of 10. I'm sorry. or even possibly. Let me see. Should I give the? I should maybe I'm being too generous. I should even give them even lower than a 2. Let me see. Anything that they've done right? I don't think they've done anything right. They haven't backed Klopp last summer. They haven't backed him. They haven't backed him, and that's my problem with the owners. This is why I wanted them out, because they're not ambitious enough. You know what? Even two's been too generous for me. No, you know what? No, you're getting. Let me see. Did they? What did they do? What did they did? Did they do something right this season in terms of, like, I can't even remember. I don't think they did anything right. This no. You know what? I'm being too generous. I'm gonna give them a 0. 0, actually. They're getting a 0 out of 10. I'm sorry, they've done nothing right this season. They haven't backed Klopp. They haven't backed him financially, and I mean, look, listen to this, guys. Right? Ben Davies. Did Klopp wanted Ben Davies in the summer? If Klopp didn't want Ben Davies, why did we sign him then? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Why did we sign him from Preston? And clearly Klopp don't want him. Not just the finance that FSG needs to back, it's the type of players that he wants. You can't give him a player that he doesn't want. Come on, man. They got to back him, and they have to back him this summer. Otherwise, it's going to be me ranting about them again. I'm sorry. I don't think that I can't remember anything about any positive things about our owners. Oh yeah, another thing what they did as well. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to give them a 0. There's another thing why that I'm going to give them a 0. They planned to do a European Super League. They were involved in that European Super League. We didn't want to play in this stupid European. Because of that, 0. They're getting a 0 out of 10. Remember that European Super League in March? In April, sorry. In April. European Super League. They were trying to put us, and the fans got absolutely bonkers because of them trying to put us in this European Super League. You know what? Because of that, and they think, and they yes, and John Henry apologized, but I'm still not going to give them. I'm not going to give him and the others an upgrade. Right? They did not apologize until the fans really slated them off. They were guilty. They were guilty what they did. The fans didn't want this from in the first place. So yeah, man. I'm not gonna. Giving them a 2 is, for me, that would be too generous. They're getting a 0, straight 0. Not good enough. I want them out. Right? I want them out. Get them out. I'm sick and tired of them. Get them out. Enough of them. I had enough of them, man. Get them out. They're not ambitious enough. They haven't done anything positive this season, and because of that, they're getting a 0. Now, let's rate the entire season. I'm going to rate the entire season a 6. We had a lot of bad injuries at the back. A lot of negatives was happening to our club. But the positive thing is that we did make to the Champions League. That's the positive thing. We did make it to the Champions League this season. So because of that, obviously we haven't won a trophy. This is going to be the first time since 2018 when we haven't won a trophy. And that's why I'm sorry, but this entire season going to get a downgrade. And because of that, because we made it to the Champions League next season, I'm going to give the entire season a 6. But yeah, that's it, guys, man. I got a lot of comments. I'm going to read the comments out right now. I'm done with the ratings. Now I'm going to read some comments. I'm going to read a lot of comments. Sorry. Gary Paul says hi boss. Hi to you. Roberson haven't been getting a rest. Yes, I know. Yeah, I know. That's the thing. Is Simicaz ready to play Pro League games? That's the thing. Is he ready? Has he adapted to Klopp's system? Oh man. Skills says Thiago 8 out of 10. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think did I gave him I think I gave him a 7, I think this is the most controversial one out of all the ratings. Thiago's been up and down this season. He's been up and down this season, but I gave him a 7 out of 10. This one might be controversial. Some people might give him want to give some people want to some people gonna give him an 8, but for me, I'm gonna give him a 7. I gave him a 7 out of 10. Um Thiago has to be a 7 pushing to an 8. Yeah, it's your opinion, but for me, I'm gonna give him a 7. He hasn't been crap this season. It's just he had some bad performances, and then he went back to his old self. So I will give him a 7. Klopp has made so many mistakes, but he gets in us top 4, so I'm giving him 6. He was average. Yeah, yeah. I gave Jurgen Klopp a 6. I gave Jurgen Klopp a 6. He did make a lot of mistakes this season. He did make a lot of mistakes, because he took 6 out of 10. Yeah, Salah 5. Salah 8.5. Shining light of the season. Yeah. They don't get me wrong. He did score a lot of goals for us, if you look at his general performance, he hasn't been that great. Like, I can't remember him dribble past 4 players. I want to see Salah dribbling past players, and for me, his general play isn't that great, and that's why he hasn't been our best player. For me, he hasn't been our best player. He's been definitely the top 5 best players for me, Salah, but not he hasn't been our best player in terms of his general play. Alisson 8. It could be a lot better with his mistakes this season. Yeah, I gave Alisson a 7 out. I gave him a 7. FEC is getting a 1. Didn't back Klopp in January. Sign Ben Davies and don't play him in one game. For one game. Cheap once again. Kabak was decent for us. Yeah, Kabak was decent for us. I gave him a 6. 6 out of 10. And as for FSG, nah, I would give them a 0. 0. Because what they did, they set us to put us in this European Super League. Because of that, they're getting a straight 0 for that. I don't care about their apology. What they did was absolutely disgusting. And because of that, you're getting a 0. They are getting a 0. Not good enough. I want them out. And get new owners in. Sorry, I just have to be honest. I am not sugarcoating it. I'm not going to sugarcoat for anyone. And they have been shocking this season in terms of ownership. And I want them out. Marnix gets a 5. Been crap most of the season. He's been crap for most of the season. At the start, he was firing. Yeah, he was firing, and then he just drop off dramatically. And that's, for me. I gave him a 4. I gave him a 4 out of 10. You give him a 5, fair enough. But no, I gave him a 4 out, man. He's been poor, man. He's been dreadful. FSG out. Tony Kenny says FSG out. Yep, I agree with you there. Get them out. Sick and tired of them, man. They signed Ben Davies and Kabak in Jan. But yes, they signed these defenders, but they signed these defenders at the last day. Why did we sign them in the beginning of January? No, we have to sign them. We signed them in the end of January. I'm sorry, man. And because of that, no, they're not getting a high. They're not even going to get a 1 from. They're getting a 0. Not good enough, man. Not good enough. With Chiarte coming in, mate, would you sell Phillips? He's in a high value after this season. and let's say if Matip's gone too. Uh, no, I would not sell Phillips. He's been absolutely brilliant for us. No, I wouldn't sell him. As for Matip though, yeah, he's too injury prone. I would get rid of Matip. I would get rid of Matip, bring Kotiate, and keep Phillips. We might have to. We might not even have to. We might not take Kabak because we signed too many defenders, man. Like too many. We do have a lot of defenders in our club. We do need to sell at least two of them. I don't think Kabak will make it, and Matip. I just don't think he's just, if it was me, I would get rid of Matip and I would get rid of Kabak, in my opinion. But yeah, um, we need a striker, a creative midfielder, and Kiarte in the summer. Back for challenging. Totally agree. Totally agree with you there, man. Um, apparently we ain't buying Kabak because of Kiarte. Yeah, yeah. I heard that Kabak's going to be going back to Schalke. Well, Schalke's relegated. I don't. Yeah, I think he's. I don't think he's going to be. I don't think Klopp. I don't think Klopp rates him. So yeah, I think he's. I think he's going to go back. Either go back to Schalke or find a new, or go to a new club. Um, 6 for me for the season. It would be a 5, even 5.5 pushing it. But because of Champions League football, I give him a 6. What are you talking about, Jurgen Klopp? If you're talking about Klopp, then yeah, I agree. He gets a 6. You see, he made a lot of bad decisions, man. Like, let's be like, a lot of bad decisions, not like 3 or even 5. He made monumental mistakes that could cost us. In the end, we got Champions League football, and that's why I'm going to give him an upgrade. But he would have got possibly a 4. He would have got a 4 if we didn't make Champions League football, because he did make a lot of bad mistakes. But because we made it to the Champions League, 6. I'm going to give Jurgen Klopp a 6. With Kiarte coming in, mate. I already read that one. Without Salah, wouldn't be nowhere near the top 4. Firmino's not done as much as Mane. Yeah, I agree. Mane and Salah, no, Mane and Firmino, them two have been our worst. One for me, the top 3 worst players this season. Mane's been terrible. Firmino's been terrible, and for me, even though the guy didn't play enough games, but for me, the worst player has to be, even though he didn't play a lot of games, Adrian. Adrian's been shocking this season. He's not been good enough. I gave him a 3 out of 10. But don't forget about not Salah, from Firmino and Mane. Both of them have been shocking this season. They have been shocking. They have been terrible. So yeah, man, very disappointed with them too. But I am not going to start saying that. I'll admit, yeah, I starting to think that Firmino's not starting to. I starting to think that Firmino's maybe not good enough anymore, because even last season when we won the title, he wasn't. He was poor in that season as well. He was poor last season. In terms of his general play and his goals. I thought he was poor last season as well. But as for Mane, this is his first bad season, so I'm going to give him a chance. As for Firmino, I'm starting to doubt him if he's actually good enough in the long term, because he had 2 bad seasons now, last season and this season. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to read more comments. Thoughts on our new home kit and the away kit. Not a fan at all, but I like the third kit, the white one. Yeah, I totally agree, man. The home kit, I don't like. I just don't like. What is this orangey thing around the ring? I don't like it at all. At the if you go and look at the back of the shirt, it looks nice at the back. The front, I'm not a big fan of the shirt at all. I don't like the home kit, man. I don't like the home kit. It looks I don't like it at all, man. I haven't seen the white one though. I need to see the white one. But the home kit, I don't like it at all, man. I'm not a fan of it at all. Um, Favorite memory of the season. Mine has to be that Alisson header was against West Brom. It's up there with United away 4-2. Yes, man, yes. Alisson's header. No, that has to be that has to be the moment of the season for me. Alisson's header. We were drawing 1-1. Trent Alexander-Arnold, big up Trent Alexander-Arnold, by the way, for that delivery. But Alisson, I just can't believe it. Alisson with that header. That was like Cristiano Ronaldo. That was like Cristiano Ronaldo. What a header from Alisson. Wow. And he will be the first goalkeeper in our history to score a competitive goal. Unbelievable, man. That has to be the best moment of the season. Absolutely brilliant. I was like, what? I can't believe it. Alisson, the guy is a flipping legend. And because of that goal he scored, he's pretty much helped us to be in the Champions League. I flipping love Alisson, man. Alisson's a flipping legend. I love him. The guy's a legend, man. The guy's a legend. I love him, man. Schalke fans rush their players bus this season. Not the best time to go back to Schalke for Kabak. Yeah, they are not happy at all, man. They are one of the biggest clubs in Germany, Schalke. One of the biggest clubs in Germany. I think they are the third biggest club in Germany, just behind Borussia Dortmund and Bayern Munich. And it's not a good time for him to go back to Schalke, man. I think he's gonna go and go to a new club, in my opinion. I don't think he will stay at Schalke. Obviously, they got relegated this season. They could have been the second division in Germany. And I think he's gonna go back to Turkey or go somewhere else. I feel for Kabak. He's actually a huge fan of Van Dijk. Huge fan of Van Dijk. Didn't even play with him next year, or heard a field with 10,000 fans. Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame that he didn't play. He didn't play beside Van Dijk, man. It's a shame. Did you go to the last FACL protest? No, I don't live in. I'm not actually from Liverpool. I'm actually from London. So and obviously I just don't have the money. I just don't have the money to go there. Yeah, but no, I didn't went to the protests. It rumored Adrian's gonna sign a new contract. No, please, no. If that's the case, I would not be happy about that at all. Adrian needs to go, man. The guy ain't good enough. The guy ain't good enough, man. The guy ain't good enough. I don't want him to stay here, man. Firmino isn't a starter anymore. He's a bench player at the moment. I totally agree. For me, we need a striker. We need somebody that bangs in goals now. We need a striker, man. We desperately need a striker. Jota starts over Firmino every day of the week. Jota is 24. Firmino is 30. His days are going to at his top level of construction isn't enough for me. Yeah, man. Yeah, Jota has to stay up front. Or we buy a striker. Or we buy a striker. If we have another if we sign another defender, who it would be? For me, Steve Botman plays for Lille. They just won the French league. Yeah, it's a risk. This one's risky though. They just won the title. This is their first league title since 2011. Lille. Are we gonna spend that much money on an unproven defender though? Yes, I know they just won the title, but it is from the French league though. But then again, there were some players that did adapt to the Premier League from the French, like Kante, for example. From he played for French side, then he went to Leicester City, won the title for Leicester, and then he won the title again with Chelsea. Can Botman adapt? Can he adapt to the Premier League though? Can he adapt? I need to see what kind of type of defender he is. Is he a ball carrier? Is he a ball carrying centre back, or is he just like old fashioned centre back like Phillips? Yeah. This club doesn't surprise me. When we were linked to Kiarte at the start, we wanted to pay the release clause in installments. Yeah, I get what you're saying, man. This club sometimes can let the fans down, man. It's annoying. It really is annoying, man. RB Leipzig would be great club for Kabak, especially since Leipzig are losing Umunakano to Bayern Munich and Kiarte to Liverpool. Yeah, yeah, he would be a good club actually. Yeah, I agree with you there. He would actually. Yeah, he's a decent defender. He could get better under Nagelsmann. I rate Nagelsmann as a manager. I rate him, man. I rate him. I think he's gonna turn Kabak to a really good centre back. Yeah, why not? I don't. Yeah, why not? Yeah. I agree, man. Um, Donnarumma from AC Milan is a free this summer. We need a proper number two when Kelleher is learning. I don't think AC Milan. They are in the Champions League for the first time in since 2014, 2000, so 7 years. They haven't been in the Champions League in 7 years. And would AC Milan get rid of their main goalkeeper? I think that one would be unrealistic. And don't forget, they are in the Champions League as well. So I think he will stay at Milan. Me personally, I think he will stay in Milan. But he's a good goalkeeper, but I don't think people should rate him that high. I don't think he's that good. Botman would cost 25, 30 million at the most. Well, I need to see the way he plays. I don't really watch French football, so I don't know. But people saying that he's good, he's good. I need to watch him. I need to know what type of centre back he is. Is he a ball carrier like Gomez? Because Gomez can carry the ball and go forward. Or is he one of those old fashioned centre backs like Nat Phillips? Nat Phillips is not a ball carrying defender, but he is a old fashioned defender. He just does the basic things. What kind of type of defender Botman is? Fabinho played at AS Monaco. Don't forget, he smashed it for Liverpool in midfield. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he did play for a French. Yeah, he did play for Monaco before. Yeah. I got gas when we signed Fabinho. I was like, you know what? I'm happy about that. And he just nothing but absolutely sensational. He's been absolutely sensational since he joined the club. Fabinho's a legend. We all love him. And yeah, man. Fabinho, absolutely fantastic defensive midfielder. I'm getting a lot of comments today, man. Big up Tony Kenny, man. Big yourself up, man. De Paul is a midfielder we need, or Husam Moral. Yeah, I've been. You know what? Yeah, I watched that guy. Yeah, De Paul. Yeah, and he is absolutely wicked. He's actually sick. I can't lie. I like him, man. He reminds me of Coutinho. The way he dribble past players, and he has a decent shot as well. If this guy's costs about 25 million, I'll take him. I would take him. I know the only problem is that he's nearing that age. He's still in his prime, but I think he's 28. 28 is not old, but yeah, I wish he was a bit younger. But yeah, I can't lie. The guy is sick, man. I like him, man. The guy's a baller, man. Love him. Um, Loads of comments to read from, mate. I've loads you haven't read out. Oh, really? Um, did I miss any of your comments? I don't think I have. Um, no, I don't think I missed out your I don't think I missed any of your comments. But big up yourself for joining the stream, man. Big up yourself, man. Yeah, yeah, but oh man, what a season, man. All right, we didn't win any trophies, but we made it to the Champions League. We'll be investing. We will be getting the players that we need, like Chiarte. If we were in the Europa League, I don't think we'll get him, but we in the Champions League, so yes, we're gonna get the big players. Um, Big up, bro. What is your favorite home kit in recent years? And the away kit. For me, 2007, 2006-7 season. Oh, that kit. All the three kits, man. The red one, right? The yellow one and the black one. Oh, it's so good. I love the 2006-7 season kits. Oh, they look so flipping good. Definitely my favorite kits of all the Liverpool season. Oh my word. 2006-7 season. We were in the Champions League final. Unfortunately, though, we lost to AC Milan in Greece 2-1. It's a shame that we lost that. We were the better team that game. We were better than AC Milan. It's funny because we were absolutely garbage in the first half against AC Milan in 2005, but we won the Champions League that year. But in 2007 they beat us. They beat us in the and they won the trophy in 2007. But yet we were the better team. Mad, didn't it? Absolutely crazy. Um, we need to be careful with Chiarte with his injuries. Yeah, that is the only problem. I heard that he gets injured as well. And that is I'm quite worried about that, man. If he's gonna be one of those injury-prone players, yeah, then I don't think we should sign him. Hopefully, he doesn't get a lot of injuries, man. I mean, look at Naby Keita. We all thought that he's gonna revolutionize our midfield, but turns out it turned into an absolute. It just turned into it just wasn't good enough for us, Naby Keita. Just wasn't good enough, and it just never was the same player when he was at Leipzig. So hopefully, Chiarte doesn't get injured, man. Chiarte only turned 22. He can shake off the injuries. He needs to. He needs to go to gym. Yeah, he needs to go to the gym. Yeah, I've noticed that when you start exercising, you start getting adapted to the game. I mean, I haven't played football for a long time, yeah. And I've noticed that I was getting cramps. I was getting cramps. I was getting injuries because I haven't played football for a long time. Then when I played football for the fourth time, that's when I started to get loose to the pace of the game. Yeah, so yeah, and yeah, he needs to go to the gym. He needs to do some exercise. Yeah. Uh, Cater wasn't injury prone at Leipzig, but when it comes to us, he does funny. He does funny that. Yeah. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. A minute. Um. Hold on. Is it this guy? This Uh no. Never mind. Never mind. But yeah, man. He just have to go to the gym more and exercise more. Then he will get loose to the pace of the game. Not just the stamina, but your body's starting to adapt to the game, the pace of the game, and yeah, hopefully he gets fit, man. Right, this stream's been over an hour. I never received a lot of comments, and I've done this for over an hour, man. Wow. I'm gonna read out some more comments before I go. Any more comments? Really, this video is supposed to be about me rating the players, but you know what? I'm gonna read more comments before I go, man. It's just Merch taking over Leipzig. Nagelsmann's going to Bayern Munich for next season, mate. Oh, he's going to Bayern Munich. Nagelsmann. I don't know who's Jess March. Who is that? But Nagelsmann is going to Bayern Munich for next season. Wow. Okay. I need to see. It looks like their manager's going then. The former Bayern Munich manager. Who was Bayern Munich manager before? Who was it? It wasn't Flick. It was somebody else. Don't know his name. But yeah, man. Yeah. Just much is a RB Salzburg manager. He's basically that American guy. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, and I know who you're talking about. That he's from American, isn't he? He's from America. He's an American coach, manager at RB Salzburg. Oh, I know who you're talking about. He would be a good fit for them for Leipzig. He played. I've seen the way he's team play. He plays really good football. I can't lie. He plays really good football. March. Yeah, 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 man. You'll be good. You'll be a good fit for Leipzig because he does play a very similar football to Nagelsmann. Very, really good attacking football. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna read about two more comments before I go because I've been here for a long time now, and yeah. Any more comments? RB Salzburg is a feeder club to RB Leipzig. All the best players go to Leipzig from Salzburg. Yeah, they're pretty much like brothers, isn't it? They're pretty much like brothers. They're from the same the same. With Red Bull, they are in the same thing, and yeah, they're pretty much a feeder club to Leipzig. Even their managers going to Leipzig. Yeah, they are a good club, man. They produce a lot. They produce a lot of good players, man, over the years. Umunakano, Kiarte, uh, Werner. They produce really good players in that club. They're pretty much like Ajax in terms of they're developing their young players. Yeah, man. Favorite rival player to watch this season, and would you take him at Liverpool too? Favorite rival player? Do you mean in the Premier League? Does it have to be a Premier from? Does it have to be a Premier League player? Is it a Premier League club? Any player from the Premier League, or is it players all players around Europe? Yes, the Prem, mate. Um, favorite rival player, and would I take him to Liverpool? Um, I don't think I have any favorite. No, I don't think I have any favorites. Any rival players. I don't think. I don't know. Man. Obviously, we can't take any players from Manchester United, but it would be too unrealistic. We're not gonna get up any player from Man United. It's not gonna happen directly to Liverpool. It's not gonna happen. I don't have any favorite player. The sporting director at Ajax is leaving this summer. It won't be a bad time for the team in the Premier League to pick him up. Yeah, I heard he's really decent, man. Rafinha from Leeds from Liverpool for me. Yeah, the guy is a decent player. The guy is decent, and also I would take Neto, but obviously he's injured, so we can't get Neto. But I would take him. I would get Busuma as well, another one from Brighton, Busuma, and I think we do need a right back as well. I would take Max Aarons from Norwich. Max Aarons. Lamptey's a decent player as well, but people saying that he's too injury prone. He gets injured often though. We can rest Mane and Salah if we have Rafinha. Basuma's going to Arsenal apparently. Well, we'd be a good signing for them. But we do need to replace Ginny Wanado though. It's Basuma's going to be one of that. It's one of those midfielders that can hold the ball up. I think he's decent. I like Basuma. I've seen him and he's pretty good. I can't lie. I like Basuma. But apparently he's going to Arsenal. It's a shame that he's going to go there. But Basuma and Partey ain't a bad midfield. Yeah, it's not bad. It's better than their current midfielders they have though. They have Xhaka, they have Ceballos, they have some other dead midfielders in their team, man. I don't rate any of their midfielders at all. It's Granit Xhaka. Granit Xhaka. I'm so glad that he didn't gone to us. Thank goodness he didn't went to us, man. The guy is a limited footballer. The guy he's just so poor. He reminds me of what's his name? The guy who used to play for us, John Joe Shelby. He reminds me of John Joe Shelby, just so poor, no technical ability, man. Our midfield's getting old, mate. Well, worrying. We need young player this season. Yeah, that is true. Even Henderson's starting to pick injuries. Yeah, I agree. Right, one more comment before I go. I can't stay here full for that long because obviously mum wants to she wants to go in the kitchen, so I can't stay here for a long time. I can't stay here for a long time. One more comment before I go. One more comment. I'm going to read one more comment. Underrated Liverpool FC players this season. Henderson. Henderson's underrated. I don't think people rate him very high because he's English and he doesn't have a fashion name. Henderson's one of them. Phillips is one of them. Somebody is on the. I would say I would say Matip. I say Matip. He's underrated. People don't really rate, but I rate Matip. I rate him in terms of his ability. I rate Matip. We do have underrated players. Firmino as well. Firmino is one of the underrated players as well. Gomez. We do have players that don't really rate that high. Yeah. But yeah, man, that's it, guys. That's it. Enough now. I'm gonna have to go now. So yeah, if you enjoyed that stream, go to like, click on it, and you like the video. And that's it, guys, man. I've done with the player ratings for the entire season. I rate the manager, I rate the owners, and I read a lot of comments. And big up Tony and Kelly for joining in. Big up yourself. Anyway, that's it, guys. I see you guys next video, and goodbye.